Let's begin in Vajrasana, knees together, feet on either side of your hips. You can opt for a block underneath, just to elevate the spine. Let your spine stack over your hips, crown of your head reaching up to the sky. With your eyes closed, take a few grounding breaths here. When you're ready, inhale, reach your arms up to the ceiling. Palms touch. Exhale, send your thumbs in front of your heart. Interlace your fingers and bring your hands now behind your head. Tuck your chin to your chest, let your elbows drop, and feel the length through the back of your neck. So without pressing onto your head, just let the weight of your arms guide your chin down. Take a deep breath into the back of your neck. And then let's open up with the elbows, heart reaching to the sky. Inhale to lift. Exhale, release. And then rotate right elbow behind, left elbow forward. Elbows stay wide, inhale through center. Exhale, left elbow behind, right elbow forward. Inhale, rotate back through center. Reach your arms up. And extend your hands down, lift your hips off the block, and let's come into tabletop position. Coming into tabletop, rock your hips side to side, getting some motion into your spine. Inhale, cow shape. Exhale, squeeze in and round. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your heart, lift your tail. Exhale, round in and squeeze. Now take a few rounds, lifting up as you inhale and rounding in as you exhale. Now let's inhale, drop the heart down, and exhale, press up between your shoulders. So we're taking a few shoulder shrugs. Keep your arms straight. As you exhale, press up between your shoulders. Then as you inhale, let your heart drop. Push up and release your heart down. Exhale, press up, and then sink your hips back to your heels, Balasana, child's pose. Bend your elbows, walk them a little bit more forward, and begin to roll out your wrists. Let's bring now the palms to touch, thumbs to the back of the neck. Take a deep breath in, let your triceps drop down towards the mat. Open up through your armpits, extend your arms now to the top of the mat. And slowly inhale, roll forward. From here, flip the tops of your hands down to the ground. Keep your weight into your legs and your knees and just slowly taper pressure onto the hands, pressing down through the base of your wrist, top of your hand, making sure that we have the whole hand on the floor. Maybe take a gentle rock, forward, back, side to side. Again, making sure we're light through the pressure. Come onto your knuckles, making fists, fingers point inwards. Rotate the fingers out. Make a fist, press down into the floor. So rotate your knuckles back toward your knees and fingers rotating out to the front. Press down. And then drop your hands onto the floor, tuck your toes, lift your hips up back behind, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. When you're ready, walk your toes to the top of the mat, Uttanasana. Press down, inhale, sweep your arms to the sky, reach. Exhale, arms down by your sides. Let's press down through the feet. And when you're ready, inhale, arms lift up. Exhale, hinge at your hips, swan dive down, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, heart reaching forward, hips back. Grab your two blocks, tabletop stance. Keep your legs long. Exhale to release. Bend your knees, step your left foot, right foot back behind, plank. And then squeezing the belly in, drop your knees to the floor, chest and chin, Ashtanga. Inhale, heart forward, roll your shoulders back, come into low cobra. Exhale, release your heart. And press yourself up. Downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in, press away from the floor, and lengthen your thighs back. Soft gaze back toward your toes. Spine nice and long. Fingers spread. You can always come into the shape at any point or take child's pose. Gently rock your head side to side, maybe a little forward back, just so we're not gripping and contracting through the neck. Walk your feet to the top of the mat. Inhale, rise up halfway. Exhale, release. Press down, inhale, arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, arms back down. Inhale, arms sweep. Exhale, hinge at your hips, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen up halfway. Bend your knees, step your left foot back behind runner's lunge. Knee to the mat, untuck your toes. Inhale, Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Press down through your front foot. Hands to your heart center, elbows wide. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, left elbow to your right thigh. Squeeze your belly in, peel your right hip back. Palms pressing in towards one another. Inhale, lift up, so maybe your forearms now are parallel to the floor. Rotate back through center. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, drop your hands down to the floor. Back toes tuck, lift your knee, and step back to plank. Take a deep breath in plank. Knees. Exhale, chaturanga, arms, elbows back. You can lower all the way down to the floor, taking your back bend. When you're ready, hips up, back behind, downward facing dog or child's pose. Inhale, lift your right heel up to the sky. Exhale, round your spine, squeeze in, and step your foot in between your hands, runner's lunge. Inhale, arms lift up. Exhale, let your hips drop. Open up your arms, left arm forward, right arm behind. Hand to your lower back. Inhale, lift your heart up. Take a slight back bend. Exhale, big cartwheel down to the floor. Let's take a rock forward, back, forward, back. Back toes, top of the mat, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale to lengthen up halfway. Exhale to release. Press down, inhale, arms all the way up. Exhale, arms back down. Inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky. Exhale, hinge at your hips, release, Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthen up halfway. Exhale to release. Bend your knees, right foot steps back, runner's lunge. Drop your back knee, untuck your toes, and inhale, lift on up, Anjaneyasana. Press down through your front foot, belly up and away. Hands to heart center, elbows wide. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, right elbow to your left thigh. Rotate your heart up into your thumbs, reach the crown of the head forward. Belly squeezes in. Stay here, or maybe inhale, lift, and bring your forearms parallel to the floor, spine reaching up to the sky. Inhale, rotate your arms back through center, reach. Exhale, drop your hands down to the floor, back toes tuck, lift your knee, step back into plank. Option here for your Vinyasa flow. Inhale, come forward, exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing or cobra pose. Exhale, pull your hips up, back behind, downward facing dog. Let's take a few cycles of breath. Inhale, breath, lift your left heel up to the sky. Exhale, pull your knee in through center, step your foot in between your hands, runner's lunge. Press down through your feet and inhale, arms now up to the ceiling, Alanasana, crescent lunge. Let your hips sink. Exhale, open up, left arm behind, right arm forward. Stay here or take a back bend, right arm reaching up, back behind, open up through your chest. Exhale, big cartwheel down to the floor. Runner's lunge. Take a rock forward back. Right foot meets left, top of the mat, Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthen up halfway. Exhale to release. Let's come all the way to stand. Inhale when you're ready, arms up to the sky. Bend your knees. Let's bring the big toes to touch, heels slightly out, Uttanasana, chair pose. Hands to heart center. Exhale, left elbow to your right thigh. Now peel your hips back. Inhale through center, reach your arms up. Exhale, other side, right elbow to your left thigh. Be conscious of your knees and make sure they don't track one past the other. Inhale, back up through center. Exhale, release, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen up halfway. Exhale, release, left foot, right foot, plank. Chaturanga. Take your back bend. And we'll meet back, downward facing dog or child's pose. Press down through your hands, lengthen your spine up if you're in downward facing. Soft gaze back toward your toes. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, knee in through center, step your foot forward. Let's rotate that back heel down. Pressing down, inhale, rise on up, Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1 stance. Pelvis stays square to the front. Drop your hands to your hips back behind, square off your pelvis. Let's cup the fingers together. Open up through your chest and exhale, come into humble warrior variation. Now with your fingers gently cupped, slowly spread your collarbones and press down through your feet. Inhale, rise back up. Release, arms reach up to the sky. Exhale, reach forward, plant your hands. Lift your back heel, step back into plank. Option here to take your connecting flow. And we'll meet back, your home base, downward facing dog or child's pose. Inhale, left heel up to the sky. Exhale, pull your knee in through center. Step your foot in between your hands. Rotate your back heel down. And when you're ready, lift on up, Warrior 1 stance. Keep your pelvis square to the front, peel your left hip back. Release your arms, square off your pelvis, re-cup your hands, maybe changing the grip. And when you're ready, lift your heart up. Exhale, pressing down through the outer edge of your back foot, send your left ribs inside that left thigh. And bow your head forward, gazes back toward your back toes. Shoulders, heart, opening up. When you're ready, press down through your feet. Inhale, rise back up through center. Release your hands, extend them up to the ceiling. Exhale, reach forward, drop your hands down, rotate your back heel up, step back into plank. Option here, running through your connecting flow. Take yourself into downward facing dog or child's pose. Bend your knees, gaze forward, top of the mat, Uttanasana forward fold. Inhale, rise up halfway. Exhale, release. Press down through your feet. Let's bend the knees, big toes to touch, heels slightly out, Uttanasana chair pose. Arms reaching forward. Extend your right arm behind, left arm forward, arms parallel to the floor. Inhale through center. Exhale, sweep your left arm behind, right arm forward. Keep pressing your knees in through center. Inhale, reach up. Straighten your legs, arms to the sky. Exhale, release your arms down. Reopen up your feet, hip distance apart. Take a deep breath in, arms reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen up halfway. Plant your hands, step back into plank pose. Press up between your shoulders, right knee to the outside of your right arm, through center, over to the left. Back through center, step your foot forward, and let's come into Skandasana, side lunge. Bend into your right knee, left toes up to the sky. Press down, lift your hips back up, runner's lunge. Right fingers reaching up to the sky, take a twist. Exhale, release your hand down. Step back into plank. Left knee, left elbow. Through center. Left knee, right elbow. Back through center. Step your foot forward in between your hands. Press down, runner's lunge. Skandasana, bend into your left knee, right toes lift. Come into runner's lunge. Inhale, left arm up to the sky. Exhale, release. Step back to plank. Drop your knees down. Inhale, lengthen your belly, lift your toes up. Take a pause in chaturanga. Slowly send your shoulders maybe in line with your elbows. Hug your elbows in. And then when you're ready, come all the way down to your heart. Bring your arms by your sides now. Take a little rock side to side with your hips. And we'll stay on the belly, on the heart. Forehead to the mat. Inhale, swim your arms forward. Pinkies down, thumbs up. Press down through your hips and inhale, rise on up. Shalabhasana, locust pose. Exhale, swim your arms back. Inhale, arms forward. Exhale, swim your arms back. Palms face one another. Inhale, forward. Exhale, sweep back. Holding here. Squeeze your shoulders together. Inhale, lift. And exhale, come all the way down to the floor. Right side of the face down to the mat. Take a rock side to side with your hips. Over to the other side. Left side of the face down to the floor. Take a little rock. Back through center. Slide your hands under your shoulders, press down. Inhale, lift your hips up, back behind. Let's take child's pose. Knees wide, drop your hips back, belly inside your thighs. Deep breath into the ribs. And as you exhale, roll on up through center. From here, we'll take a seat onto the floor. Extend your legs out long, maybe untuck your bottom. Bend your right knee, heel in front of your hip. Reach your arms up. Exhale, send your right arm inside your right leg. So maybe you toe heel that right foot out a little bit wider. Reach toward your left foot and take a forward fold. So that right knee is hugging into your side. And maybe you just hold on to your shin or maybe your thigh. Keep your spine long. Take a deep breath in. Press down with that right foot. Keep your knee in line with your ankle. Try not to have that knee too wide out to the side. Now let's step the right foot over to the left. Squeeze your knee in, and when you're ready, rotate into a twist. Left elbow to the outside of your right thigh. Inhale to lengthen up tall. Exhale, squeeze your belly in. Inhale, rotate back through center. Release your foot, hug your thigh to your chest, and extend your right leg forward. Exhale, squeeze in. Inhale, extend your leg forward, float your heel. Exhale to squeeze. Drop your leg down and we'll switch. Bend your left knee, bring your arms up to the sky, and slowly hinge forward. You can toe heel your left foot out a little bit wider, left shoulder inside the left knee. Take your forward fold. Keep your spine long, so maybe that means walking your hands to your shin, or maybe higher up to your thigh. As you curl your right toes back toward your head, press your thigh into the mat. And then let's go ahead, send that right thigh down. Inhale, reach your arms forward and all the way back up to the sky. Release, step your left foot over to the right. Hug your knee into your belly. Inhale, lengthen, arms up. Exhale, move into your twist. Right arm to the outside of the left thigh. You can bend your arm, fingers point to the ceiling. And then slowly, bottom to top, revolve over that left shoulder. Keep your spine tall. Try not to drop into that back hand. Inhale, unwind back through center. Release your left foot. Hug your thigh into your belly. Inhale, extend your left leg long. Float your heel. Exhale, squeeze in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, squeeze and lift. Inhale, extend. Reach your arms up, drop your foot down. Hands by your sides. Bend your knees, scoot your hips forward. Roll all the way down to the ground. Hug your knees into your chest, take a rock side to side. Bring your right ankle over your left thigh, figure 4 stretch. Interlace your hands behind that left thigh, slowly send your thigh toward your belly. Try to keep your right knee pressing out and away. And maybe extend your left foot up to the sky. Option to keep your knee bent. Feel the stretch to the outside of that right hip. Curl your right toes back toward your knee so we can protect the knee a little bit more. Drop your left foot down to the floor. Keep your right ankle over your thigh. Press down through your lower back. And when you're ready, let's lift the hips up to the ceiling, taking a figure 4 stretch with the hips high. Press down strongly through your left foot. Make sure your left knee is over the ankle or maybe foot a little bit more forward. And then when you're ready, drop your hips down, extend your leg up, and take a few rocks forward and back with that extended right leg. Pick up your feet, and then we'll switch. Left ankle on top of your right thigh, figure 4 stretch. Interlace your fingers. Slowly guide your right thigh toward your belly. Maybe take more of a lean over to the right, just so we're not dropping into that left hip. Left toes strongly bending back toward your knee. You can extend your right leg or keep that knee bent. Take a deep breath into that outer left hip. Gently release and drop your right foot now down to the floor. Keep that figure 4 stretch. Press your lower back into the floor and inhale, slowly lift your hips up. Press your left ankle into the top right thigh. Let your left knee gently drop down towards the mat. Inhale, lift your hips up. Press down with your right foot. And exhale, when you're ready to come out, release. Tailbone to the mat. Extend your left leg up. Take a few rocks, forward, back, forward, back. Pick up both feet. Take a few rocks side to side. And when you're ready, scoot your hips to the right, cross your right leg over the left, maybe tuck your right toes behind your left calf. On your exhale breath, both knees drop to the left. Take your twist. And just let the weight of your knees guide a little bit further down towards the floor to release the lower back. Right shoulder heavy down to the mat, rotating the ribs down to the floor as well. Let your belly relax. Inhale, lift your legs back up through center. Unwind the legs. Drop your feet, lift your hips up and over to the left. Pick up your feet. This time, left leg over the right. Maybe tuck your toes behind that right calf. Inhale to lift and exhale when you're ready. Drop your knees over to the right. Gently let your knees get way down to the floor as you send your left shoulder, your ribs down to the mat. If your left shoulder is lifting up, just send your legs a little bit higher off the ground. We want to keep our shoulders onto the floor. Inhale, lift your legs back up. Unwind the legs, drop your feet down, hips through center. Hug your knees in, take a rock side to side. Extend your legs out long for our final pose, Shavasana. Beautiful practice. Now let yourself rest. From here, you can stay for this guided Shavasana, which will be cued out. Otherwise, feel free to end the video now and stay as long or as short as you like for this final pose. If you're staying with the video, slowly allow your body to relax even more. You had a really strong practice, and now it's time for your body to relax and release, and this takes some time. Slow your breath down, and with each exhale, allow the corners of your eyes, corners of your mouth, drop down toward your ears. Relax in between your two eyes, Smooth out the center of your forehead. Feel the corners and the outside edges of your body soften down to the floor. And from here, let the rhythm of your breath draw your attention inwards as you relax and release further into the floor. And gently begin to deepen your breath. If you would like to stay longer in Shavasana, feel free to end the video and continue. Otherwise, if you're ready to move on, as you deepen your breath, just gently open and close your hands. And from here, taking your time, you can make your way back up through seated. Thank you so much for practicing. Namaste.